An alarming new report finds that millennials face a health crisis of epic proportions. Our investigative producer Leslie Marcus reports on what's driving this grim picture of millennials' future health.
Millennials have a reputation for loving all things wellness, but a new report says millennials are poised to be broker, sicker, and die younger than previous generations. So why all this doom and gloom when it comes to my generation? So I set up a panel of millennials to find out. So how many of you have health insurance? Kevin, you didn't raise your hand when I asked you about health insurance. Tell me about that.
Okay, so I was employed up until 2 weeks ago, and through my employer I had health insurance. And then I was laid off about 2 weeks ago and only have health insurance to the end of this month. It is a little stressful. It does keep me up at night.
So Ellie, you recently moved here from the UK and had a health scare. Can you tell me about that?
Yes, I just had a simple kidney infection, so had to call an ambulance and ended up in a lot of debt.
How much debt are you in?
The bill was $22,000 for a kidney infection.
Leslie joins us now, and Leslie, I have to ask you, great investigation. What other things did you find?
Millennials are a fascinating group. They're living in the moment. They don't want this conventional 9-to-5 job. They want to do their own thing. And there's repercussions to this living in the moment mentality and not having a plan. I mean, it's estimated that 60% of millennials are living paycheck to paycheck. Now, to bring it back to health, this Blue Cross Blue Shield study that I based my investigation upon had some really striking findings. I mean, one of the greatest ones is that millennials' health is declining at age 27, which is much earlier than previous generations. And there's a number of reasons for that, and that's physical factors, but also behavioral health factors, mental health, depression. And I believe anxiety and stress of this unknown, it definitely plays a role in all of this. Some people I spoke to, they were offered health insurance at their jobs and declined and bought an expensive gym membership instead because they said they used that.
As an ER doctor, you can live an incredibly healthy life and still get hit by a car. And that's why having some type of insurance is so important to prevent financial Armageddon. I do want to bring into the conversation millennial therapist Tess Brigham, who's joining us via Skype, because you say a lot of the issues millennials are dealing with now actually come from how they were raised. Can you explain that further?
What I always recommend to my clients is if you are finding that you are struggling with your sense of self, with who you are, you're struggling at work or at home, that it's really the process of looking inside of yourself and really tuning out all of the white noise of the world around us.
So Tess, can you talk a little bit about social media, how that is affecting millennials and their mindset and their anxiety?
If you're young and you're in your 20s and you're trying to define who you are, as you're trying to figure out what's my career going to be? Will I ever fall in love? Will I find the one? All of these big pieces of your life, it's really difficult and stressful to then go on social media and see and believe that you are not doing anything right. The other thing is, what I found from my research and my experience is that millennials were raised in this by primarily baby boomers and older Gen Xers, and they were really reacting to their own parents. What they told them was, if you work hard in high school, then you'll get into a good college. If you work hard in college and get great internships, you'll get a great job, and therefore you'll be happy. What I found with my clients is what was really missing was that piece of it, which was you can do anything you want, you can be happy, but careers are long. You know, hard, if you want to get to a certain level, that it takes years and years and years of determination, and that kind of goal is worth it.